Hmm. Yes, thanks for reminding. So where we? I think again I missed it. Again I have to start. Um. Okay, guys. So just I just want to give a brief recap again from what we have covered. So we started with a brief introduction of myself, guys. So my name is Danish. Have 12 years of experience in IT industry. I'm training in I'm giving trainings in Python since last 1.5 years. And coming to the prerequisite for this course, guys, like this course, anyone can learn from technical, non-technical background. There is no such constraint. Only thing is the people who are coming from non-technical background, they have to give some more effort as compared to people who are already working in some in some technical role. And you should have a laptop or desktop with Python installed so that you can do hands-on on that. This workshop generally is totally hands-on, like practical, very little theory. In the theory also, we cover those points which are asked in the interview, those concepts. So throughout the classes, we will be discussing various questions that are asked during interviews. And as an outcome, guys, after you complete, you will be in a good position to appear for Python interviews as well as working in real-time projects. And coming to this Python, so why this Python? Okay. So as you might all be aware, as you have enrolled for this course, you might have seen and heard at many places that Python is like used extensively these days. Because it is so versatile, it is used across different fields, different industries. Okay. And this was a survey in 2022 by Stack Overflow. That there also you can see Python is under just the fourth after JavaScript, HTML, CSS, SQL. We have Python. Okay. And like for data roles also, you got data analyst or data engineers. People are asking for Python or any one programming languages for data engineers. They are working with Scala also. So any one programming language, guys, is you need to learn to move into data engineering field as well. And you can see, and one of the like why Python is so extensively used, there's a very big reason. They have a huge collection of libraries or modules, okay, which makes the integration easier with different fields. Like for AI machine learning, there will be some specific libraries which we can use. Similarly, for other for web scraping, IoT, there will be some specific libraries. So they have a very huge collection of libraries that you can very easily import and use. Okay. Another advantage, like if someone is new from a non-technical background, they want to learn some programming language, Python is one of the best to learn because it has a very simple syntax and easy to learn as compared to other programming languages like Java, C++. Python has a very simple syntax and it is much more easier to learn as compared to other programming languages. And coming uh, about this workshop, guys, so we have classes on Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. It will be a 2 hours class. Saturday and Sunday the timing will be 8 to 10, and only on Wednesday the timing will be 9 to 11. Okay. So we have 6 hours every week. And as we have seen from the previous batches, it takes around 35 to 36 hours in completing the overall curriculum what we have. Okay. So our workshop is divided into 4 modules, guys. The first module is where we start with the very basics of Python. So today we will be covering some basic types like data types and all. Today we will be covering this. Okay. And then we move into loops, and like these are the heart of the language, like if condition, loops, uh the different data structures, list, tuple, set, string. These are very important to know because these are the base on which once you are clear with these things, then only you will be able to understand functions, generators, file handling, classes better. If you don't have a base on this, then if you directly jump into this, then there will be many things which will not be understood by you. It will not be clear. Okay. So once you are good with these two modules, then we are going to move into advanced Python modules like datetime module. That is very important. We have how will we connect to database? Different databases are there, right? How we can connect with Python, how we can execute the queries, get the data, how to handle JSON files, how to handle CSV files. So these all we are going to learn in the module 3. And module 4 is all about NumPy and Pandas. So mostly NumPy we will cover a little bit because we don't need much NumPy over here. So those who are uh, planning to move into data science or machine learning, they need to learn NumPy in depth, but we don't go into depth in NumPy. But Pandas we go deep because Pandas has a lot of use. It is used extensively these days, and it has made the life of the developers also very easy with pandas. So we'll cover pandas in depth, like we'll go to joins. We'll see how we can do data wrangling with pandas and all. Okay. So this was a brief
Danish,
overview of the workshop.
Danish, able to hear me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, quick question. Pandas, how it is relevant to Python? Is it totally different?
So pandas is a if you see the curriculum, we have in the third module, we have something called modules or libraries. Okay. So pandas is one of the module that we can import in Python and use it. And in pandas also, if you can create. So in pandas, if you go to pandas, the heart of pandas is data frames. Okay. And you can create data frames and all with the help of these list dictionaries. Okay. So so you will be using we will be using pandas, but to manipulate, to do some data wrangling and all, you need the basics of Python to work on that. Pandas is basically a module, a third
Okay,
party module. Okay.
okay, okay.
Okay, so far, guys, from whatever I have covered, do you guys have any questions? Anything?
And regarding the time scheduled, on a weekend, you have scheduled at 9 to 11, right? For the weekday.
No, weekdays,
Weekday is 9 to
weekdays
11.
9 to 11, and weekend is 8 to 10.
Can we make it 9 to 10? Is
So,
it possible if
so
everyone is
what?
okay?
Yeah, so why we have kept one class on weekdays? Because weekends, now sometimes what happens, we miss one class because we have
Mm,
only two class, right?
mm,
So if we miss one class, then we have a chance to cover it up on Wednesday. Otherwise, we will be the pace of the curriculum will be very slow. Okay,
mm,
it is just as a backup. But on generally in my previous batches also, on weekdays we don't cover much. We cover almost only 1 hour, one to 1.5 hour only. Okay,
mm.
so
So what you are saying is just a repetitive session of weekend, or it is a new?
no, not a repetitive session, but it's a very short session as compared to, like, it will be 1 to 1.5 hour only.
Okay, because we also employ, we have max 10 o'clock. We can extend our timeline. After that, we have to join other calls. So
No
if
issues.
everyone,
No
okay,
issues, like no issues. We can keep it till 10 to or 10:30 also. And
yeah,
also,
yeah,
even if you miss half an hour, na, like
mm,
after each class, we give the recordings also. So the
mm,
last half an hour also, like you can go through the recordings as well.
yeah. But just make a note, like let's plan for 9 to 9:30, 10:30 at least, so that if we have any questions, we can ask at
Okay,
the right time. That could be helpful.
okay, sure, sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Danish.
Welcome. Any queries, any question, guys? Anyone?
So just last question from my end. So for this, do we need any base of Java, any coding language?
Nothing, nothing.
Uh,
If you have, well and good.
mm,
If you don't have, then also it's fine.
okay. Uh, Thanks much.
Okay. So I have seen the reasons given by people why do they want to join this workshop or why do they want to learn Python. Okay, I just collected some responses from our participants. So these are the responses I've got. One is upskilling for career growth. Upskilling definitely you can learn. It will be upskill for you. Career growth also definitely is going to help you in the long run if you are if you are trying to move into Python development or data field, or there are ample scope for this. Python for data engineer, definitely like those, there are many aspirants of data engineer. Data engineer is like a hot cake today in the industry. So if you add Python, definitely it will give you it will be a value add, because for data engineer you at least you should know one programming language. Okay, be it Python or be it Scala. You should be good at least in one programming language. Okay, but Python is much more simple to learn as compared to Scala. So many people go for Python. Definitely, and the way we have designed this, definitely it will be helpful for aspiring data engineers. For data analytics also, yes, this will be helpful for you guys. Salary increment, I don't know if you learn Python, will you receive the salary increment in the same organization? Uh, uh, I doubt this, but yeah, if you're moving to a different company, then definitely obviously you will get some hike there, right? My profile for better opportunities, yes. Career in IT sector, yes. Implement in BFS sector, okay. Banking sector, definitely. Become a data engineer, yes. More knowledge increase. My problem solving, yeah. Problem solving is very important, guys. That is the heart of learn. That is the main reason why do we learn any programming languages. We need to solve problems with that. To start working to upskill, especially in data science. Yes, data science, there are a lot of libraries that are being used for data science. Like we have NumPy, we have Matplotlib. We have, so definitely if you know the basics of Python, it will definitely help you for this. Okay. So any other reasons, guys, you have for joining this workshop? You can mention it if it is not addressed here. So one question from Abdul Samad is scripting I can do after this was for embedded testing. So would you have to explain me, Abdul Samad, what is this embedded? Definitely you are learning scripting here, but I am not aware of this embedded testing. Can you tell me what is this embedded testing? So you should, uh, what kind of things are needed here? So I'm not aware of this embedded testing.
Yeah, yeah, embedded testing related to under automotive domain. So
Okay.
currently I'm doing that role. So validating different features like the infotainment testing and the airbag sensors and yeah, under voltage or over voltage behavior of different sensors. So for this purpose, for automation, we need to write the script.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So yes. So definitely, if it is being done in in Python, if the scripts you are running, you are trying to create is developed using Python, then definitely the basics of Python will be same everywhere. It will be needed. But then after knowing the basics, like for in this case also, if you see uh not here. So see, even if you see AI and machine learning, okay. So basics of Python will be same, but the libraries, the uh, what they are using, those will be advanced and those will be specific to that particular domain. Okay, like for your domain, automotive automotive testing and all, there will be something specific libraries that are being used. So you have to learn that. But to learn it, you need to know the basics. Okay, I will give you a simple example to make you understand this. Let's say we have a requirement. What if you see, you guys are the participants. I want to send a WhatsApp message to you. Okay, I want to send a WhatsApp message to you guys. Okay, via Python. Now either we can do it manually, that is the option, but if you want to do it via Python, okay, so we should be knowing something about a library in Python that will help you in sending this WhatsApp messages. Okay, so let's say before this workshop, I have sent few people WhatsApp messages. I just, I did not send it manually. I just programmed it using Python. I will show you how. Yeah, so this is the pivot kit. So you see this for sending messages in WhatsApp, okay? You have to use this module pivot kit. Okay. So once we import this pivot kit, so those who are fresh new guys, so don't be overwhelmed by these modules. We'll be learning about this. This is not a big deal, okay? But just I'm saying how you have to, after knowing how the basics will help you. Okay, so what I have done, I have imported this and then I have created a function here, send message function. Okay, so this function, this comes under the basics of Python. Like we will learning about functions. Okay, so I have created a function here and I have passed two parameters, phone number and the message that I want to send. Okay, and this particular method is specific to this module pivot kit. Okay, but see, if you don't know about creating a function, what are parameters, then it will be difficult, to use this is also a method. What is a method? You will be confused. Okay, so you need to know these basics, guys. Then only and here see, we have created a variable, my name, the name of the participant. Okay, here I have created a string variable which is expanding to multiple lines. You see this? Okay, and here I'm calling this function. So see, variables, functions, how to declare a variable which a string variable which is extending to multiple lines. How do we declare that? How do we call that function? So these will be common for any domain. To take it any domain, these things are very common for. So if you don't know this, and if you directly want to jump into these advanced fields, you will not be able to understand this. Okay, so that is why our workshop is focuses a lot on the on the fundamentals. Okay, if that is strong, then you can easily learn any advanced. You can easily go into any advanced field.
Yeah, got it.
Got it, guys? Yeah. So if anyone wants to, so let's try to,
Hey, Ganesh,
yeah.
quick question. How did
Yes.
you send this message to all the participants? Like, where did you put in our phone numbers?
Correct. So that's right. So I will show you two ways of doing it, Nilesh. Okay. So can I start with your phone number so that I can send it instantly?
Sure.
Can you just volunteer with your phone number here?
713
713
384 5824.
384 584. How much? 7133
Remove the 91. Remove the 91.
plus 9. What is the country code?
Plus one.
Only plus one. Okay. So it's
USA
plus one.
number.
Yeah, fine. Plus one. It's 7133 84584. Is that correct?
5824.
5824. Fine. So okay. So let me create a new file over here. So I'll be showing you how to install Python and how we are doing it. Okay. At the end of this session, I will be showing how we'll install Python and what where we are going to write our programs. Okay. So just let me copy this. So Nilesh, and this is the phone number, and this is fine. And let me save it with my. So I'm just naming it as what's that? So this is saved. And one more thing we'll be needing. Let's see. I think it can. So before we run this, okay, what you have to do, you have to open your Microsoft Edge because that is the default browser. Here, I will be opening my WhatsApp here in this. Okay. Just to, because if you're doing it for the first time, it will ask you to link your phone with this device. Okay. So now it is open. Now it will be easier for me to run this. Okay. Now I will just where's my program? Yeah. Now I will just trigger this. So what this will do, it will open the WhatsApp in my laptop on a new tab. So you can see this is getting opened, and then it will type your number and will send a trend, and it will try to send a message. I hope you have received it, Nilesh.
Yes.
To the entire
Sir, can
squad
we
means
schedule this?
Sorry, what is the question?
if there are
Can we
only one
schedule
number,
this?
You asking about scheduling this job?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, there are options. You can use some like you can use a clone job for scheduling it, or in Windows also now they have one new feature added for scheduling. I don't remember it exactly, but you can schedule it also. So this was about one. I have sent this message only to one participant. Okay. Now there might be a question. Okay, there will be 30, 40, 50 participants, right? How will you send a message to each one of them? Okay.
Or in a
So
WhatsApp group.
no, that is okay. It's a WhatsApp group, that is fine. But I have, let's say, 30 participants. Okay. Here I have hard coded this, right? These numbers I have hard coded it, the name and the numbers. Okay. So what you can do, you can create a new file. Here, in this file, in one column, okay, you just create two columns here, like name of the participant. Okay. And here you can have the phone numbers with country code. With country code is important, otherwise it will not work. Okay. So you can have a list of all the participants, names and phone numbers. In your through the Python program, you can read that Excel or CSV file, and you can iterate over, and you can read it and store it in a some data structure like a list or a set. Okay. And then you iterate over that list, and you can send the participants the messages, so it will take it dynamically. Okay, maybe I can show that in our curriculum when we cover it, because now it will take 15-20 minutes if I try to show it right now. But I think you guys got the basic idea. Like, so what I was trying to say is, see, so this WhatsApp is like, it's a different module. Okay, it's called a third party module. Okay, so we have used this module, but to use that module, what I was emphasizing is you should know about variables, you should know about functions, you should know about how to read a file, be it a CSV file, be it a Excel file, be it a JSON file. If you don't know these basic things, then you won't be able to, understand much if you directly jump into advanced field. This is the point I was trying to make here. I hope that is clear, guys.
Yes, Danish. But how are you saying like it is triggered from your mobile number? I don't see you have tagged anywhere your number here.
So that's
As a
what I
sender.
told. So in this browser, first I opened, my WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I linked it with my phone.
Yeah.
So it remembers your past history,
Okay.
and then it triggers it accordingly.
Okay. So nothing like we have to link it with the code with your WhatsApp, nothing like that.
No, you have to open your Edge browser once, and then first time if you do it, you have to link your WhatsApp
Yeah.
with that, and then you can go.
Okay. And last question is regarding the same question for which Samad asked.
Yeah.
So for every when we have a base of Python, so
Yep.
every domain will have same methods, which we have to understand.
No,
Then
not
only we
same
can
methods,
relate.
not same
Uh-huh.
methods. See,
Uh-huh.
so fundamentals will be same, methods will be different. Like for WhatsApp, we have this module. This will not, this will be unique. This will not be used in any other module. AI, machine
Okay.
learning, automation. These modules and these modules will be having some specific methods. Like for this, we have a specific method called send
Send what
WhatsApp message instantly.
Okay.
This is part of this module only.
Mhm.
Okay, and these are the parameters that we need to pass. Some of them will be mandatory parameters, some will be optional parameters, depending on, on that method. So there will be a documentation for these pivot kit. You will find the documentation that, okay, this module has got, this is one method. There will be several more methods under this module, how to use it, number of parameters, those will be available. But you should be, what I'm saying here, these things, like when I read this Excel file, okay, suppose I have all the records in Excel file. After reading it, where will you store it? Okay, so in that case, you have to use like either you have to store either in a list or a tuple or a set or a dictionary. These things will be common.
Got it.
Okay, like file handling, how to handle different types of files, semi-structured file, okay, structured file. These things will be common. These things you have to understand. If you have a base in this, then knowing only this particular method, this is a no big deal. You can easily do it. Importing it using this method, passing this parameter.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, are we going to have project any? We will work on any project?
See, we don't see this, since this is a 35 hours course now, we don't have any big project. But our assignments, the way which has designed, there will be a lot of what we call integration of different modules. Like I will tell you, like there will be problems where you have to, read some data from the database, okay, and then after reading the data from the database, you have to do some transformation on that, or you have to make objects of a class by reading the data from the database, creating objects of a class, and then from that objects you have to find out some specific information. So you and there will be questions where you have to read data from a JSON or an Excel file and then do some transformation and write it back to the database. So these kind of problems will be there. For example, I will give you one more example what we cover here. Like if you see this particular file, yep. So this data, I just did a web scraping with Python and Selenium, and I fetched this data from the Naukri website, naukri.com. Okay. So basically, I have fetched the date, company, job title, experience, skill set. Now, from this file, I can tell you, I can give you a question. Okay, I don't want date in this format, 1 day ago, 12 days ago. Okay, I want to take today's date as the reference date, and I want the exact date instead of 1 day ago, 2 day ago. Okay, so what you can do after writing your logic, you can transform it to something like this, a proper date, and then you have to write this to a database. Okay, you have to insert this records in a table. Okay, and then I can tell you, okay, see, experience is 3 to 8, 6 to 9. I will tell you to split this experience into min and max experience. Okay, min will be 3, max will be 8. I can tell you, okay, group, find all the records where the location is or the date is this date, or this is the skill set they're looking for. I can tell you, okay, create a class with all these records, create objects of the class with all these records. So these kind of things are possible, but a very big project in this short duration, that is, that
I
is,
understand.
yeah, and that is not that much, handy also.
And one more thing, can we extend our session to AI and ML if others are agree to?
Extend our session to?
AI ML.
Yeah, I am not the proper trainer for AI and ML. Like,
Okay, all right, all right.
okay, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Any other question, guys? Is Gautam? You have raised your hand. You have any questions?
Yeah, Anish, actually, I attended your record sessions quite, I mean, maybe 3 months before.
Okay.
I think those are from December batch. I felt I should join live classes, so that's the reason I'm here. Do you have do you have any chance of adding more questions, programmatic questions in as part of your assignments? I did solve all your assignments. I felt they're really good. Do you
Yes,
add any programs?
I
Do you
have
updated anything?
I have plenty of questions. Okay.
Yeah.
I have plenty of questions for, yeah. So basically, guys, so once you are done with module 2, now, so we share a lot of questions, programming questions that are asked in interviews, okay, of different levels of difficulty and all. So this curriculum is designed in such a way that you are good for attending interviews also, and also you are good for working in projects also. So we have designed this course in such a way, like focus on both the things.
One more question, Danish.
Yeah.
Apart from the classes, if we have any doubts regarding anything, can we reach out to you regarding Python?
Definitely you can reach out to me. Definitely you can reach out to me. But maybe I may not be able to give instant replies. But definitely once I see it, I have time, I definitely reply. I do reply to people.
Thank you, Danish.
Any other question, guys? Anyone?
Hello.
Yes, Om. Yes.
Actually, sir, I want to study with data engineering. So I thought to first study any programming language. So is this course will give me a base for studying a data engineering?
See, these data engineering is a vast field, okay, and
Okay.
it is not like you learn one programming language or one thing. It can be, and also the roles in different companies, the roles might be different, okay. So the basic skill set that is needed for data engineering, I will tell you, the most important skill set is SQL, the most important skill set, okay.
Okay.
After that, you need to know any one programming languages, be it Scala, be it Python. It's your choice what you want to learn. If you are done with this one also, then there might be a ask for more things. They might depending on the company, they might have a requirement you should know data warehousing also.
Okay.
Okay, they might have a requirement you should know some cloud, like store, like like we have AWS, we have Azure. Okay, so and this is not like data engineer. I see many people fall for it. It takes time to develop this skill set, and also takes time as well as the if you attend interviews, they're expecting some real time answers from you. Okay, so these are so make so what I would suggest to aspiring data engineers, first be aware of what is the industry standard now, what skill set they are looking for in data engineers. Okay, if you see this data I have fetched from Naukri website only, if you see the skill set that they are looking for, okay, so if you see this first senior data engineer, so this skill set is very different. I don't know why. Say they mentioned Selenium, Jenkins, Git, MySQL, Java. Okay, but and if you see the second one, data engineer, and then data modeling. So you have Teradata, you have Python, you have PySpark. Okay, and then yeah, and these days for data engineer, this distributed computing like PySpark and all those are very much important. Okay, so it takes time to develop these skill set, guys. And yeah, learning Python is just a one step. It's like 5%. Okay, SQL will be another 10-15%. So you have to. It will take some time. Okay, it's not a shortcut. But
Okay.
definitely, if you learn one programming languages, they require one programming language. And data engineer, they ask also in it, they will at least ask you one, give you one or two questions. They will ask in Python to solve it, or some theory question they will ask. That is the trend right now.
So it can be useful for data analyst because it require a few skills.
Yeah, so data analyst also, they need Excel, SQL, and Python is not mandatory for data analyst from what I know. But in few companies, they do ask also. It's like a 50-50. So it's your choice. I will not give you answers to sell my course. I give what I'm seeing in the real field. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Om. So any other question, guys? Anyone?
So
Danish, sorry, please go ahead.
out of Scala and Python, mostly the companies are asking Python for data engineering.
Python is an easy curve to learn.
Right.
It's much
Yes.
more simple than Scala.
Okay.
And to add on to that, once you know any one programming language now, it will be easier for you to switch into another programming language if you're good with one programming.
I think Python and PySpark will be quite relevant. Am I true on that?
Syntax wise, there is no much difference in Spark with Scala and PySpark.
Okay. So it would be a minor changes between them. Is that true?
Okay, guys. So, what is the question, Sayed? Can you ask? Yes. Coming back to the topic, yes. If you have question,
PySpark and Python, how relevant it's both of them?
See, PySpark is also a third-party module that is the like Spark is just a binaries. Now to use Spark either if you are using Python with Spark, then it's built. Then you have to use PySpark. But if you are using Scala with Spark, then PySpark is not used there. Some other modules will be used, but PySpark is just a third-party module like Pandas and all. You have to install it and then you have to use it.
And the syntax is similar to that Python.
See, syntax you have to understand. But now in PySpark also you have to understand like what are the main components of PySpark. Okay. So there also you have you have data frames, you have RDDs. Okay. So syntax wise, you can use the for loops and all what we have used in Python over there. Okay. But you have to learn about specific operations that are done on data frames, that are done on RDDs. Okay. So those are specific methods. Like I told you, if you see this this WhatsApp, this is the module, PyWhat module. Similarly, there will be a module called PySpark. And now that module will have some specific methods. Okay, that you have to understand. But then you can use these functions, list and all that will be common that you can use there as well.
Okay, fine.
So Danish, you'll be covering all the advanced concepts in Python as well, right?
So in Python, the advanced concepts that are there, I will just walk you through that.
The generators, decorators.
Correct. Generators, decorators, regular expressions, JSON, date time. These are we are going to cover.
If I came across anything that is not covered, if I give a suggestion, will you be able to add at the end if there is any possibility?
If it is possible to add it, because there will be few concepts that that will be advanced that is not required. But if you have some specific requirement for that, if it is possible to include in the curriculum, I will teach that in the class. If it is not possible, then I will like show you the resources or I will guide you how we can do it.
Okay.
Okay, any other question, guys? Anyone? Or we can start with the installation part and all how we are going. Okay, if no question, guys. Now, see, you can install Python in more than one way. Okay, but I will tell you the most easiest way of doing it so that you can also learn while doing it. Okay, so this is the official site of Python. This is the official site. I am pinging the link in the Zoom chat as well. Where is that chat? Maybe I don't have the option to send to everyone. Meeting group chat. So I have pinged that URL, guys. You can open it. Okay. Once you open it, depending on what operating system you have, it's Windows or Linux, Mac, anything, okay? You click on your specific operating system, okay? For example, I have Windows, so I will click on this Windows, okay? And then you have some options, stable release. 1 minute. Looking for Python with a Python for Windows. Fine. So depending on which operating system you are using, guys, either you click if you're using Windows, you can directly click on this download Python 3.11.5. Okay, you click here, it will start downloading. If you're using some other operating system, let's say a Linux system, then you have these options. You can just download this. So this is a gzip tarball. Okay, you have to extract it and then you can install it for other operating system. Okay, for Windows, you directly click on this download Python. It is going to download. So once it is downloaded, you can just open this. So you will get the option to you will get an option like this. Okay, so this is a very simple installation, guys. Only thing you have to do is when you're installing it, you see this checkbox here, add python.exe to path. You have to select this checkbox. Okay, and click on install now. But I already have installed, so I'm clicking on no. But if you do a yes, so this is going to install Python in your system. Okay. Any doubt in this, anyone?
So I would like to install in my office laptop where I can't able to access this URL. Is there other way around how I can install that?
No, office laptop, there will be some restrictions, right? You have to check with your IT team whether is it possible, or there are some in some offices, if you raise a request there, they will raise it, install it on your behalf, because .exe file, right? That is generally not allowed to install. Maybe the IT folks they can help you with that.
Okay.
Hello, Danish sir. Hello.
Yes.
We can practice on Google Colab also.
You can practice online also. There are Google Colab and all are there. Yes. But the best understanding and learning, I would suggest to install it in your system, in your local system, rather than using on the cloud or some web URL. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, you will use Jupyter or what?
Yes. So I will be coming to that. So once you install this, okay, this is one way of installing. Okay. There is another thing that is very much vague these days. That's Anaconda. Okay. So basically, Anaconda is a package. Okay. It comes Python and then other modules like Pandas. There will be a lot of third-party modules that will come pre-installed with this Anaconda. Okay. So you can do this also, download and install. But I would suggest, especially for the people who are starting from the very beginning, go with this official website and download and install it. Okay, my preference will be this one, official website, downloading Python rather than directly downloading Anaconda. Okay, I will ping the URL for Anaconda also. Those who are already using it, they know they can go. But for beginners, I would suggest go with the official one, which I have showed previously. Okay. So once you have it installed, guys, once you install this, once you have downloaded from the official website and install it, with this comes pre-installed one editor called IDLE. It is called idle. You see this? I typed idle, it is showing me. Okay. I will just open this. And here I will create a new file and I will write my programs here. This is a very simple one and very easy, like one very simple and very, it will be helpful for learning because you're typing with your own hand here, right? Rather than you getting suggestions and all. So this will be very good for the beginners, this editor. Okay, so once you write your program, you click on file and then save as. And then to navigate to the folder, don't save it in the default that it is showing. Okay, this is showing you the folder where your Python is installed. Okay, I would not suggest you to save your program there. Rather, create your own folder. For example, let's say Python September batch 24, and here I will create a new folder. I will name it as day1, and inside this folder I will be saving my files. Okay, it's like this is the first program I'm writing. I save it and I will run, and then there's an option for running. Okay, I click on run and I click on this run module. Hello everyone. So is this clear to everyone? Like, is anyone doing it parallelly with me? They need any help here? Anything you're not able to understand?
Sir, kindly repeat one more time.
Sure. So installation wise, are we downloading, and that is are we clear on that? How we download and how we install?
What need to have we had checked? Can you show once more time for downloading Python?
You just have to, it's very simple. You just have to click there. If you are having a Windows OS, you just click on this download Python 3 or 11.5. Okay.
Okay.
So this will download that exe file. And once the file is downloaded, you just double click on that. Okay.
Okay.
You just, or you open it from your browser here and you click on, and just make sure you are clicking this checkbox, add python.exe to path, this one.
All right. All right.
Okay, and then you click on install now and do next. It will be installing successfully.
Okay.
Okay. So once you do that, once it is installed, then you search just IDLE in your system here. Idle. Is anyone doing it right now?
Yeah, successfully completed.
Are you able to open this editor idle?
Yes, yes.
And you are able to run this program how I showed this one?
Yes, yes. And I'm able to save the also.
Awesome.
As you said, yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Sir, I already have 3.11, so will it work for all programs? We need to update it.
Which version you have already?
3.11.
3.11. That's fine. It's fine.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah. It's fine. 3.1. Anything above 3 is fine. Below 3 will be a problem.
Danish, how
Yes.
can we proceed with new file?
So once you open this idle, where is it? Yeah, you will get a shell like this, idle shell, 3 dot and the version. You will get. Yes. You can just click on file and a new file like this. Okay, are you able to follow?
In my laptop, it is not showing that shell file and something. It
Okay.
is prompting that command.
No issues. What we can do, you can share your screen. I'm making you host. Okay.
One sec.
What's your good name?
Shanofer.
Okay, I'm just making you host so that you can make host. Now you can try sharing your screen.
Yes. Are you able to see?
Yes. So this you are opening my command prompt. This was already installed, or you have installed it right now?
Right now. Yes.
Oh, can you close this command prompt? Yes. Just search for idle. Yes. Open this. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you got it. Now from file you can just click on file and create a new file.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So going to share my screen. Is my screen visible, guys? And I need to share it again.
Visible.
Okay, my screen is visible. Yes, so we were, yeah, installation was there, yeah. So this is how we write a simple program, okay? So in this, throughout this workshop, we will be using different editors to write our program, okay? So
Sorry, Danish, your screen is not visible.
Okay,
Actually, it is showing the TechNest ticket only.
Yes,
okay.
technique.
I think I have to share again, but
Yes, yes.
okay, let me reclaim the host. Reclaim, yeah.
How about this Jupyter, Dhanish?
Yeah, I will tell you. I was coming
Okay,
to that
okay.
point only. Okay.
Okay.
So in this curriculum, guys, we are going to follow three. We will be doing a program to three editors. The first one we saw idle. This is the very simple one, and I will start with this. Okay. So after a few classes, we will do our programs in PyCharm. This is another editor. So no worries, I will tell you how to install and do everything. Okay, once we are done with few classes. Okay. And finally, we are going to write our program in Jupyter Notebook. Okay. So in projects and different projects, generally they will be using PyCharm or they will be using Jupyter Notebook. Okay, idle is not used. But idle is a very ideal platform to start working with. Okay, so I will start with this. We'll move to PyCharm, we'll move to Jupyter Notebook. There are, apart from these three, there are even more editors where you can write your Python program. Okay, so there is no constraint from my side. If you are okay with writing in Jupyter, you are like well and good, no issues. If you want to write in PyCharm, well and good. Okay. But in my curriculum, for the sake of beginners, I will start with idle first, okay, and then we will move to PyCharm, and then we'll move to Jupyter Notebook. These three editors we are going to use throughout this workshop for writing our Python programs. Is it clear, guys? Any doubt, anyone? Yeah, audible, guys? Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Izar. Yes.
Yeah, basically, I'm using the official laptop, so basically, I'm unable to download this Python and other thing. So can you just help me just for a few days? How can I use the programming language in any of the web, Chrome or Edge?
Sure. So those who have this problem, initially few days it won't be a problem even if you use online editors.
Okay.
But post that, once we start reading the files and all that, we have to keep it in some places and then we have to read. Then it can be a problem for people using online editors. Okay. Initial few days you can manage. So if I do a general normal search here, online Python editors, there will be plenty. So if you just do a normal search and you will see there will be plenty of, so this is one such one. Okay, programs. If I'm just picking this one, I cannot see screen either. Now my screen is visible, I hope, to everyone.
Yeah, it's visible now.
Okay. So I just pinged this online compiler for Python. Okay, you can use this also. So you run it here, you see your output here in the shell. Okay, so there will be a lot of other compilers also, guys. You can just go through it. You find plenty of them. What is this? Okay, are we good with this, Izar?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So about editors, guys, anyone having any doubt in the editors that we're using? Anyone? Are we good with this? Okay. So
Dhanish, I have already have Jupyter in my laptop.
yeah.
Can you just show me the same command how we run that in Ideal so that I can try there also?
So for Jupyter, that's what I told you. For Jupyter, it will be there's a little bit few things to make a note of. So those who are beginners, it will be a problem for them to
Okay,
work
okay.
with
It's
Jupyter
okay.
directly.
Fine, fine.
Okay, but if you want, I can show you. It's not a problem. So what you have to do in Jupyter, if you have not installed it using Anaconda, okay. So I have not installed using Anaconda. I have just installed Jupyter as a third-party module. What I will do, if I want to, let's say, open Jupyter here in this folder, okay, in this particular like in this location, I want to save my notebooks, okay. So what I will do, I will just open command prompt for this location. So this is the location, okay guys, D Python bashes. This is where I want to open my Jupyter notebook. Okay, so you have to just type here JUPYTER and notebook. So just type it and click hit enter. So you will get this Jupyter interface. Okay, and here you can just click on this new and a Python 3. This will open you a Jupyter notebook, and here you can print do the same thing. And you click on this run. So it is printing the output like this. Okay. This is how you do it in Jupyter. I will like before we start with Jupyter Notebook, I will give an overview also for all the participants so that they are familiar with this. But for beginners, I won't suggest you to go with Jupyter Notebook. Please go with IDLE.
Okay.
So at present, I have to use IDLE, and after that, you can teach how to use that Jupyter also, right?
Correct. I will see how to work with the PyCharm. We will also see how to work with Jupyter Notebook.
Thank you, bye. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So any other queries, questions regarding the workshop or installation, anything, guys? Then we can start with we can cover some basic things today, and then maybe we can go into details tomorrow. Okay. So no question. I think you are good with this. So what generally we do, we will take the classes and post the class. Maybe after a few hours, we upload the recordings, and you can like go through the recordings. If you even if you miss the class, you can go through the recording later, and we give assignments also. You can complete work on your assignments and submit your assignments. Okay, that is the thing here. And coming to the so this coming to our first program, guys. Okay, print hello everyone. So this is a simple print statement where we are printing a string. Okay, why I'm saying this is a string, because we have put this into quotes. Okay, now there are different data types. Okay, as you
Okay,
might
okay. Please. Okay, how do you run it?
this one, so we have, you see this, we have this run option on the top, a menu, run.
Okay, then
Just click on run module and you will see the output over here.
okay, thank you.
Okay. So let's say, no, we are talking about data types. Okay, what is the data type? So there can be different types of data. Okay, it can be an integer, like any number, like a whole numbers 10, 20, 30. These are all integers. They can be a float. I cannot see run button. Are you not able to see the run button? Run is not run buttons, like a menu option, file, edit, format, run we have over here.
Same here, actually. It is showing on either the file edit, shed, debug option, Windows help. There is no run options over there.
So basically, that is a shell. Oh, that is the first thing that gets opened is a shell.
Yes.
Okay, and then here you click on file and create a new file and write your programs. Here you will see that here you will see that option. Okay.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. So we go back. Okay. So let's say we have to print the name of the participant, the height of the participant, and let's say name, height, age. Okay. So these are, I will tell you what it is. Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me complete this code and I will tell you. Name of the participant, height of the participant, and we have, okay, let's say name is Nilesh. Let's say the height is 6.1 and let's say the age is 28. Okay, so guys, so my first name, okay, the first, so these are called variables. Okay, so the name of the participant, height of the participant, age of the participant. Okay, these are called you can call them as identifiers. Or variable name, you can say. Okay, I think whatever you're comfortable with. And the values, they are of different data types. Okay, so if you see this name Nilesh, I have put it into quotes. Okay, so when we have a data type as string, we put it into quotes. Okay, so this is the name, and if I want to print the name, print name of the participant. Okay, so we are declaring a variable name of the participant and we are giving a value of Nilesh. Okay, and the value of the data type of this value, I am telling it is a string because it is into quotes. We have put them into quotes. Okay, so I'm just printing it, guys. So it's giving me Nilesh. What if I remove the quotes? I don't give any quotes and I am trying to print the same value. Okay, so it is confused that what is Nilesh, is not able to understand what is Nilesh. Okay, because this is not a number. Okay, this is a string. So that is why whenever we have a string value, we have to give it in quotes. Be it a single quote, or you can also give double quote. Okay. Single quote is also fine, double quote is also fine, but if you mix the code, one is a double quote and one is just ending with starting with double quote and ending with single quote, this is not going to work. It will give you error. So for clear, guys, what is a string data type? How do you define a string data type?
So string means almost varchar.
Variable number of characters, you can say, as in SQL we call it varchar. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So and and then we have height. So height, since it is a number, we no need to put it into quotes. Okay, you can directly print this. Similarly for edge. Okay, see the output, Nilesh, height, and edge. Okay. Now, if I want to print all of them together, right, in a single print statement. Before that, one more thing. How will you know what is the data type? Suppose you have read this file, okay, and you have read this data, like these are there. How will we know the data type? If I want to know the data type of a variable, how to check the data type? And guys, if you see this, I have given a single hash here. I'm giving a hash and writing. Okay. So what this hash denotes? This denotes comments. Okay. We can put comment, single line comment. Using this hash. Okay. Anything starting with hash, when we are running it, it will ignore these lines. Okay. It will start reading from this. Okay. Are we clear what is the use of this hash?
Yes.
Okay, just for commenting. Okay, we just for commenting. When we will execute it, Python will not read this file. It will just ignore it and it will start reading from here. Okay. So yeah, so this commenting is fine. Now we have printed this. Okay, now if I want to print all of the variables together in a single print statement, how are we going to do it? But no, no, I just missed it. Before that, if I want to know the data type of this, I have read this variable. I want to know the data type of this. Okay. So to know the data type, we have a function called type type. Okay. And inside type, you need to give the variable name. So I will show you this. For example, I have declared this variable Nilesh, and I want to check the data type of this variable. So I will just print. And guys, print is for displaying your output. Okay. In this, we are displaying the output in this console. Okay. You can also put your output in a file that we will see when we cover file. Now you can also write here. So rather than displaying it here in the console, you can also write your output to the file. You can redirect it. Okay. We will see it later. So right now, print is just printing our output to the console. This is the console. So
Danish, sorry, Danish, I have a question here. Can I
yeah.
write print P in uppercase?
Yes. So if we write print P in uppercase, if you see when we are writing print here, right, we have got a maroon color thing here. Okay. So this denotes it has got some special meaning. So if I write a capital P here and do a print, so this is not going to work. Why? Because here all these are case sensitive. These keywords, right? These are case sensitive, and you see the color of this. This is the maroon color showing that this is a special keyword. But here you see it's a normal black. It's not showing any special lines. Okay, so this is not a keyword. So always remember in Python, these are case sensitive. You have to write everything small. Okay, that is why we are getting the error here. It's if you see the error, it's telling that this is not defined. What is this? They are not able to understand this. Okay, did you mean this?
So you mean all the reserved keywords in Python is case sensitive?
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Danish. Folks, please make the session interactive. Ask questions. Okay, thank you.
To know the data type of these variables, we have to use type keyword, no?
Yes, we have to use the type function.
Okay.
Okay. So if
Danish, I have one more question. But
yes.
that doesn't happen in other programming language, no? When there means we don't have to write type, we know the data type, but why in Python we have to explicitly write type to get the data type?
Yeah, so we have some features of Python. If I go up to this document, so if you see this guys, Python features, okay. I thought about discussing them like later on because it's too early. So see, Python is called a dynamically typed language. Okay. So what do you mean by dynamically typed, guys? Like you don't have to declare the data type of the variable. For example, in other programming languages like Java, okay, when you are declaring a string variable, you write like this string and the variable name and the value. Okay. In case of Java, you write like this. Okay. This is called statically typed language because we have to declare the data type and then we have to give the variable name. Okay. But in Python, this is not the case. we can directly give the variable name and the value without giving the data type. Okay, that is why Python is a dynamically typed language. Okay, guys. So you understood the difference between a dynamically typed and a statically typed language, right? Like Java is a statically typed language because you have to declare the data type and then you have to write. But in Python, you don't have to do that. Understood,
Got it,
guys?
Danish. Thanks.
So now to check the data type, right? We have this type function. So we have declared this variable, and I want to see the data type of this. So I will just use this type function and give the variable name inside. And I will run this again. And here you see this variable type, which is showing, it belongs to class str. Okay, str stands for string. So this denotes that this variable is string type. Okay. We can do the same thing for other variables also. Okay, we'll just change the name of the variable. Height, and in this case, h. Okay, you see this, the first Nilesh, this belongs to class string. 6.1, since there's a decimal value involved in this. This belongs to class float. And the last one is an integer. It belongs to class integer. Okay. Is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this so far? How do we declare how do we declare a variable, and how we have seen how to declare, what are the different variables we have seen: string, integer, and float, and how to declare this variable and how to find the data type using this type function.
Danish, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Why it is showing as a class? Int is a data type, right?
Yes. So in Python, everything is an object here. Okay. So basically it is showing me that this name variable is an object of class string. Okay. So if you go to the output, so this variable is an object of class string. This is an object of class float. This is an object of class integer. Okay. Since we have not yet covered about classes and objects, so that is why I'm not going to discuss much on class and string, class and objects. Right now, just try to assume that this is of string data type, float data type, integer data type. Okay. So once we cover about classes over here in module 2, oops, in detail, right? Here we will be covering classes, objects, everything. Then you will be able to correlate with that. Okay. So right now, just assume that like any other programming languages, this is of string data type, this is integer data type, this is float data type.
So basically, type will display its
data type.
Yeah. Okay.
Danish, it is not mandatory to write the data type. It means it is just for reference. You are asking, like you're telling us how do we fetch the information? Is it string or is it something like float integer?
Correct. Because in some cases, so string will have its own set of methods. Okay. Let's say you want to add two numbers. Okay. You want to add few. You have read a file. Okay. And the first record is in this variable name participant you have done. Okay. So your first variable is this, and the second variable you have read is stored, the value stored here. Okay. So, and we are performing an addition here. Okay. So if I run this, so we are getting an error. If you see that in this statement, there's an error where I'm trying to add one string variable and one integer one float variable. So it is telling me it cannot do this operation. Okay. So to avoid this kind of mistake, what we do first, we check the data type. What is the type of it? And then we perform the operation on that, because all the operations cannot be performed on all the data types, right? So in that case, this type function will come handy. Okay, it made sense, I think. You are able to understand, Piyush?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just removing this, guys. So we have seen so far how to declare variables, different variables, how to print, how to know the data type. Okay. Now, what if I want to print all the three variables using a single print statement? Okay. I want to print this variable. I want to print this variable. And I want to print this variable. Okay, name of the part. So we can do it. We can just separate it with a comma. Okay, the different variables. And we can print it. So you see this in a single line, you can print all the variables, Nilesh, height, and age. Okay, just separate it by commas.
So Danesh, can I relate with the schema and I mean variable?
See, schema, we in Python we don't have such thing schema like what we have in SQL, right? You see the schemas and all. Because while creating the table, you declare them, right? Integer and this and like whatever is the data type of that, right? But here
Like labeling, right? You are giving a description that what you are going to write down, like a name, height, age.
These are like so you can assume that as a column name, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, the field names here you can take it as, yeah. So it is that, okay.
Dani, print the variable integer and float at the same time in one line, but we can't print the data type of multiple data types at the same time. Like if the name participant is variable and the height is the integer, so we can't print at the same time. Am I right?
No, I didn't get your question. We are printing all of them together only, right?
Together we can able variable like the name, participant, height, and the age, but we can't print the data type together. We get the error message. Like if you will print bracket what is the like
So simply a Nielsen string,
Yeah.
so 6.1, what is that? Character string, what is that? Value. And the
so
last is 28. It is
Yeah.
a floating like that.
Yes.
Can't we achieve that?
No, I'm really sorry, guys, but I'm not getting your question only. Like,
Actually, he's saying that he wants you print that variables, multiple variables in the single line statement with the print. Okay.
yeah.
So actually, he need to know that we can do it with the type function. Can we do this with the type function only when we need to type? Yeah, like that.
You want is this a question? Can we do the
Yes,
type?
yes, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
like
you
that
can
only.
you can do it. Yeah, this is achievable.
But a single time we are using type and all the variables should be in the bracket. So that is what
Okay,
is
okay,
asking.
okay. No, that is how will that be possible, right? Because type it takes only one variable. You cannot give multiple variables.
Yeah. With the type function we are using only a single type means related a single variable only with the one type.
Okay, now I got the question. Yes. So see, so this print function, right? It is designed in such a way that it can take multiple parameters. Okay, but if you try to do it with type, let's say this is one variable. I'm trying to give another variable here. Okay, two variables in a single this. Okay, so if I run this, so it is telling me type takes one or three arguments. Okay, now this three argument that I also have to check because three arguments how it is telling me, but generally we use with one argument. Okay, even if you pass here three arguments, what it is telling me, let's check this also. So in this way, each function will have certain number of arguments. Okay, that is predefined. If you use like less or more or greater than the number of mandatory like arguments, then you will get error. So again, we are getting error. See, it takes one or
You
three.
can comment that line, Danish, and run it again.
Which line do I need to comment?
That's the above line, yeah.
This one? Okay. So I run this now. So it's telling me argument one must be string, not integer. So in short, it will not work with multiple parameters or arguments. You need to give only one argument at a time for type. Okay. This function is designed in such a way. A print function is designed in such a way you can give one argument, two argument, three argument, four argument, does not matter.
Danish, what are these double underscore methods, Danish?
Which methods?
The double underscore methods are there. No, you got an error. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. This
So
kind of methods.
yeah, so this is very early to talk about this. There are some special methods which are written in Python. Okay. They are present by default. They start with a double underscore or single underscore. That we will see once we go to functions and all. No? Then you will be able to understand that better. Okay. Okay, so basically we can wind up today. Okay, now we'll so today we have just we have covered very few things. Just we have seen how to install Python and how do we declare the variables, the different variables, string, integer, float, how we can know the data type of the variable and how we can print it together. That's all we have covered today. From tomorrow onwards, we will cover how we will see how we can convert one data type to another data type. What are the different ways we can print statement also has a lot of variations, a lot of options. We'll see how we can print it in a different way. Like, this is printing everything. This print statement is printing everything in the where is the error? Which line? Yeah. This one, yeah. So right now S is not defined. Can this S is coming in between? Yep. So this print statement is printing all of them in the same line. Okay. If I want to print them in separate lines, okay. So how we can achieve that? So these are all we are going to cover in our upcoming class. Not end. It should be. So, yeah. So now if you see the output, it is printing in it was printing the same line. Now we are printing in the different lines. Okay. So there are different variations of print function also. We are going to cover them as well. So yeah.
You execute the last command, it prints 2 times Nilesh, age, and height. Last line, if you will execute that one more time.
Yeah.
Please
the same line. I need to run it again.
Yeah, just run it.
Yes.
Why it is showing 3 times now, Nilesh 6.128.
No, because there are other print statement also, right, on the top.
Okay.
So we have to uncomment all of them. So there are other print statement, right? It is running from top to bottom. Okay. First it will print this and this and this and then this.
Danish, what I suggest actually in this way, just for the classes, everything should be on the clear board. Means once we are done with that any one single statement, then we will start with the new one file so that. So
Yeah, that we will do. Today was the first class and this all related only, no? Like so, but generally we have separate files for different. We don't do it in the same file. Okay, we write. Suppose here we have covered the different data types, how we print. Okay, in the next new file we are going to see how we can convert one data type to another and then we can save it separately and another file for seeing other functions. This is the way we do. We don't do it in the same like
that will help. Okay.
Right. And
we should. Yeah, sorry. We should save. We should we should save every time we started a new file, or
Yes, right. Because every time, see, this is I have named it as first program, right? I go to a new file, I write my file, and then I save it with whatever thing you are doing here. The file name is relevant to that, so that you can understand this. So again, we have to save it.
yeah, got it.
Okay, and these files we share also, like whatever hands-on we do in the class, these files will be shared with all the participants so that they can refer it anytime.
Sir, how to save? Please show one more time, sir.
Sure. So see, I have created a new file here, right? You write your programs, anything, you can write anything here, and we can just see, we click on file, we have option save as. Okay, and you don't save it in your default directory. Okay, search any other place where you want to store it, make a new folder so that it is separated from here, give any name here. Okay, and you see the save as type is Python files. Okay, this is important, guys. Okay, the save as type should be Python files. Okay, when you do this save as type as Python files, what happens? If you see the name, there's an extension .py. If you see this name .py, can you see the name here, guys, on top? The name of the file?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So this denotes that this is a Python file. Okay. You have to save it like this, and then you can either run it from here, or if you want to run it via command prompt, you can also do that also. So we are saving it with the folder and process.
Sir, without saving, we can't run file that file.
No, without saving, you cannot. You have to save it as a Python file.
All right.
And then only you can run it.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Any other question, guys?
Then it's like today is the only demo class. Tomorrow we also get that demo class because since like starting 40 minutes like introduction of the Python. That is, I'm just asking. It is like for better for us to decide to if we get a tomorrow demo class one more time, then we will pay. Like I'm just asking.
No, so I didn't get it. The question is tomorrow you also want a demo class?
Like demo class, like today we have to pay for tomorrow class, or tomorrow also we can get one demo class, like full 2 hours class.
Okay. That I need to check with the admin, Piyush.
So just update on the group WhatsApp channel.
Yes, sure. I will update there. I will update there. Sure.
Just tell them because today is only the 30 minutes class, and just like introduction of Python and everything. So we just yeah.
Okay, sure. I will check with them and let you know, guys. Okay.
Danish, a quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the real-time project user type functions? Because you're talking about the type. Okay, we can see what is the type of variables. Okay, string, float. Okay, but what is the real-time use in real-time project?
So see, real-time uses, although type is very rarely used, okay, but in some scenarios, like you suppose you read this Excel file, okay.
Okay.
You read this Excel file, or maybe some other Excel file, which is only having, let's say, numerical values, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this, okay. So once you read this file and you want to perform some operation on these values, okay. Now, as we have seen, there will be some specific method, like for if it is a string method, you cannot do an addition on a string, right? Addition, subtraction. Okay. So if we are not sure if the data is coming randomly, okay, if it's coming from a source where you're not sure what will be the data types, okay. So first you have to understand what is the data type of that. If it is not proper, then we have to convert it to the proper data type, and then we have to perform the operation.
Okay.
Okay, in that way, for example, experience, right? Let's say you are reading this column 3 to 8 years. Now you have split this into 2 columns: mean experience, max experience, 3 and 8. Okay. Now you cannot. Now let's say you have a requirement where you have to increase the mean experience by 1 year. So 3 will become 4, 4 will become 5, 2 will become 3, like that. Okay. So for that, you might be in the illusion that okay, since it is written like here, it is written 3, 6, 7 like this. So when we read this, it will automatically come as an integer. Okay, but it might be not the case. It might be it is reading, while reading we get the values as a string. Okay, so if you try to perform that operation +1 on this, it will give you error. It will say that this is a string and you are trying to do an addition with a string. That is not allowed. So first you have to convert this string to integer, and then you can perform your operation.
Okay.
So in these type of scenarios, this will be helpful.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question, guys? Anyone? Okay, great. If no question, guys, I think in that WhatsApp group, if you check the WhatsApp group description, it has the details of of the payment, the all the details like how much fees is there, what will be the duration, how to join. So you can contact the administrator. So once you pay the fees, they will move you to a different group. This is a generic group. They will move you to the target group, where like those who are interested, they only those participants will be present there. Okay. Okay, guys. If no any other doubts, tomorrow also do we have class? Yes, tomorrow also we'll have class, but tomorrow the class timing will be from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. IST. Okay, this is the timing for tomorrow's class, guys. Tomorrow also demo class. Maybe I will request the admin and hopefully they will allow me. So tomorrow also you can attend this demo class. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining and
Thank you,
showing
Danish.
interest. Have a good
Thank
day.
you,
See you
Danish.
guys. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.